5:30 a.m. Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos. Dozens of elderly Nigerians, men and women, standing, sitting, and waiting in front of Fidelity Bank. They came to register for a 75,000 naira government grant, a program meant for the poorest of the poor. But what I saw broke me. I got there before 6 a.m., hoping to observe and maybe to help the aged who have been waiting since dawn. By 9 a.m., a bank officer came out, and what he said changed everything. Hear this. What these aged people said in Yoruba is that we cannot afford 5,000 naira. And what actually happened? The bank officer told everyone, if you are just about to register, you must have BVN, NIN, utility bill, and 5,000 naira cash. 5,000 for a grant for people who can barely eat. Though I spoke with several of the aged Nigerians who had trekked a long distance to get there. Many didn't even have the 5,000 on them. Yet, they were told to bring the 5,000 before registration. Listen to one of them.
You cannot pay 5,000 because we are asked to pay 2,000, and they said this morning we are going to pay 5,000. I can't pay 5,000. I'm with 2,000 this morning and with all the prevention.
Okay. Mama, àwọn tó sọ pé kẹ́ wá èlò ni wọ́n san.
1,000.
1,000 náà san. Ṣé ẹ ti gba fọ́ọ̀mù tẹ́lẹ̀?
Wọ́n ẹsẹ̀ wà náà.
Èlò náà wá ní pé kẹ́ ẹ san.
5,000.
Ṣé ẹ ní 5,000 yẹn lọ́wọ́?
Ní ìtẹ́ ní wọ́n wà ní.
Kí ni ọjọ́ orí yín mà?
75.
75 years old.
Yes.
Ṣé wọ́n ti sọ fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀ pé kẹ́ mú 5,000 wá ni?
Rárá òye nísìnyí ni wọ́n sọ.
Okay. President Tinubu, can you hear? I believe you can hear what is happening. Anybody in charge of this is Fidelity Bank at Ibeju-Lekki. What they are saying is that the masses should pay 5,000 naira before they can access your program. My name is Brown.
Here is where the corruption got exposed. The 75-year-old woman earlier said they were told to come with 1,000 naira. And the other lady said they were also told to come with 2,000 naira. Meanwhile, some anonymous who doesn't want to show themselves on camera said they were here last week and they were told to pay 1,000 naira and they have gotten their own account number. Some others that came late last week paid 2,000 naira for the same process. Do the bank think nobody knows anything about this? I left the scene briefly to report at the nearest police station, and that is Elemoro Police Station, hoping they could intervene before everything turns to catastrophe. But the officers at the desk, one officer additional, told me plainly, it's not police business. So I went back to the bank and determined to speak to whosoever was in charge. The man you see on the screen is the man that actually announced the 5,000 naira. I had tried to speak with him before going to the police station. He ignored me. Listen to it. You can hear I was saying, Oga, Oga, which he did not reply. He ignored me till he went back inside the bank. This led me to the police station. So when I returned, I spoke with the security guards, tried to reach an officer, asked to see the manager. All efforts were ignored. At that point, I knew this had to go beyond Ibeju-Lekki. So I gave my number to the elderly people waiting there. And I promised, this government and the world will see this happening here. I tried to wait till around 12 p.m. At about 1, I left. Then I went home. I contacted Fidelity Bank through their official channel. My complaint email bounced back. I reached out to the Central Bank, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, and the Public Complaints Commission. 48 hours later, no response. So at this point, we must tag all of them. Tag the Central Bank, Fidelity Bank, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, if possible EFCC, because this is truncating the government effort. That is, if the government did not ask them to collect 5,000 naira for grant, it was tagged for the poorest of the poor. You remember? This 75,000 naira grant was announced to help Nigerians' most vulnerable citizens, those who cannot afford food, medicals, or school fees. But what is happening in Ibeju-Lekki shows how middlemen and institutions exploit even the smallest hope. The people who need help the most has been asked to pay access to poverty relief. Fidelity Bank, this is not about your name. It's about trust. If this registration truly belongs to the government, make your process transparent. If it is not, then Nigerians deserve to know who is behind it. And if this 5,000 naira fee is real, then it must be accounted for publicly. I am calling on the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Public Complaints Commission, the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, and the independent media houses like Premium Times, Sahara Reporters to investigate this situation immediately. These are Nigerians who believe in their government. They still wake up early, walk long distances, and queue up for hope. They don't deserve silence or exploitation. I am Branchild, your social media watchdog, reporting those who have been stealing from common citizens. And if you have witnessed any similar irregularities in this 75,000 naira grant registration anywhere in Nigeria, send your evidence. The truth must not die in the queues, because your voice can help to protect the next person. See you in the next video.